Hi people, hope we're all good. Thanks for watching my videos. I've had some good feedback and it kind of, even if it helps one person, it spurs me on to keep going. So I just want to talk about conforming to this division that we've got in the UK. How we all conform and how our minds are kind of worked on by the evil one and the people that are working for him. You know, people that work as a team to do the work of the devil. So yes, what happens is, like, if you're a Christian and you're British, you're made out to be, I don't know, not right, you know? There's a lot of division against people who are Christian British, you know? And it's not just British people, it's happening right across the globe. It's just that at the moment it's just a bit of a psyop, I believe. It's just a mental warfare against us, spiritual warfare against us. But as shown in other parts of the world, it can go to physical warfare, you know? If we look at what's happening in parts of Africa, parts of Asia, you know, it's happened and it is happening today. Yeah, so why that's important is most people are transformed by what they're seeing on the media, what they're hearing on the streets, more so on the media, what, like, mainstream especially, but all the left-wing media. And they're trying to make out that if you was a Christian and you love this country, and there's something wrong with you. And the more you listen to that, the more you can start believing it, you know? So what I'd ask to transform your mind into a more godly way is to look at who you're hanging around with. And if you're hanging around people that have these negative beliefs about patriotism, about Christianity, you know, it's going to have, if you sleep with dogs you get fleas, it's gonna work on you to the point where you start thinking like these people or thinking negative things about yourself. But take personal responsibility. So there's a few simple things that you can do. Avoid getting drunk, you know. Alcohol, it ain't going to do you any good. Definitely stay away from substances and drugs, you know. People associate this with a good time. I've never known anyone who's had a good time on it, you know. At the end of the day, all the people that were making money, the dealers, like from your local drug dealer who lives on your street to Mr. Big, I've never met anybody that, and I had a career working in drug and alcohol services, and I worked for probation for a short while, taking boys and girls out on community service in my younger years. And all the people that did make a little bit of money in drugs and alcohol and doing the devil's work, they all end up losing it, you know? No one ends up with anything at the end. It all goes. So, yeah, so that's part of your personal responsibilities. Avoid alcohol, avoid drugs, avoid toxic relationships, like all these like one-night stands and having affairs and stuff with, as a man, with other women is, it's never going to do anyone any good, you know, and then eventually they'll end up in children involved and there's a lot of hurt from that. So have good, godly, loving relationship with a person, you know, find a good, godly woman with your morals. And then something that may seem so simple is it's not what you put in your body that defiles you, it's what comes out your mouth, you know. That's what the world hears, and what they see will last for a minute, but what they hear remains, yeah. So just be careful what you say, only speak truth. And if you've not had time to think about the truth, you know, if you feel like you're being caught off guard, say nothing and think about it. Have a look at your Bible. You'll get an answer on what you should be saying. So yeah, just simple things like swearing. If you swear, you go out over the next week, make a pledge with yourself you're not going to swear, and just listen to other people who are swearing around you. And that, if that doesn't convince you that swearing is just of no use to you, nothing will, So don't swear, don't talk bad and gossip about people, be very mindful of who you're spending your time with. Have a look at them and say, would I want to be a reflection of that person? And if not, why are you spending time with these people? And then look for people that, basically people that you can admire. Have a look for these people and start spending time around them. And it's not just wealthy, successful people, it's just good people. So don't be transformed any longer by the patterns in the world, by the trends, and by all the same gripes that everyone's got. Renew your mind by the power of Jesus Christ.